Hello and welcome to another royally rich lifestyle show with me, Ian Pelham Turner.
And with me, Helena Chard.
And as always, can we thank ALB UK TV and Helena Castrati and Dr. Jacqueline Kerbeck from USA Global TV and Radio as well. So let's roll the titles and let's get on with the show. Well, Helena, you've got some more great royal stories this week. What's been going on?
I've got a few tidbits I have. So beginning with our dueling the crown for the future of the monarchy, that's Princess Catherine. She has been talking about nature being her sanctuary, and she has brought out a wonderful little film that she has put together with Will War, and it's taken in the great outdoors, and she speaks on it for roughly 3 minutes, urging everybody to reconnect with nature. Now, this is one of 4 that she's going to be bringing out. It's called Mother Nature, and each one is going to be a season. So this one is obviously spring, and she's launched this to mark the beginning of Mental Health Awareness Week. Actually, the theme for Mental Health Awareness Week is, in fact, culture, as in community. But obviously, as we know, being outside, and this is what she talks about all the time, how it's nature's capacity to inspire and help heal and sort of grow in mind, body and soul, body and spirit. So it's really helped her. Also, spring is obviously the season of rebirth and new beginnings, and it's optimism, anticipation, positive, hopeful change. So there's a lot going on there, and this resonates with obviously her work around mental health as well, encouraging children and families to spend more time outdoors. I think when you've got problems, obviously it just clears your mind. So you might be worried about something, but being in the great outdoors, obviously it's just a really lovely feeling. And as we know as well, the Prince and Princess of Wales taking every step, a conscious decision to prevent the heir and the spare cycle with their own children. So they're well aware of pitfalls that could occur with Princess Charlotte and Louis, obviously growing up with Prince George. So they spend a lot of time talking, communicating and being in the great outdoors. And they're all very happy, balanced children, which is a great sign, and that's a conscious decision. Moving on to Prince Harry, obviously, as we know, he lost his appeal to reinstate his security in the UK. There's been a funny little clip that's come into the media, and it's footage of Prince Harry outside a stranger's house, and apparently he was in London. This is when he was in the court previously. I can't remember, it wasn't that long ago. And he was outside a stranger's house. He was caught on a Ring doorbell, and obviously it sort of raised the question. It became a UK sort of security scenario, because it wasn't the best thing that he could have done. He was trying to trace a friend. He obviously hadn't spoken to this friend, but he was on his own doing a walkabout in London, didn't actually get to the friend, and it was only him just ringing on doorbells. And obviously it's that scenario that, you know, he's obviously not in so much danger if he's running around streets knocking on doorbells. But anyway, also Angela Tilby, his childhood priest, was talking about forgiveness, and he was also, I mean, in the vein of Prince Harry was saying that he'd forgiven his family, but obviously that forgiveness is about making peace, but not only making peace, it's shedding the role of victimhood. So she's been saying, you know, that this would be something very good for him to do, and obviously there's consequences to actions. And having seen his BBC interview that he did afterwards, psychiatrists have actually looked at the footage and have said that unfortunately there is the side to it that he feels everything's very unfair. He's masked his feelings in it, and if he didn't have such an accusatory approach, maybe things would have worked out slightly better. There would have been a little bit more sympathy. But anyway, what I was thinking, tying everything up, is there's a poet called Rumi. He's actually a 13th century poet and scholar. And there's a saying, and it says, "Somewhere beyond right and wrong, there is a garden, I will meet you there." And if you think about how Princess Catherine is talking about nature being her sanctuary, and it's really great for mental health, in due course, it definitely would be the place where they should meet with someone who's going to be there as a negotiator or whatever, because being in the great outdoors, forget about everything and then just have some chats. And I think this could happen in due course. So that's Rumi, the 13th century poet and scholar. And it's beyond our habitual patterns, judgment. You embrace a space of connection. So there we go. That's just my thoughts on that. And moving on, so King Charles and Princess Anne, they don't always work together. So this is a rare joint appearance in Windsor yesterday. And they attended the Household Cavalry's New Standards Parade at Windsor Castle. So this is the new ceremonial flag that's been come to fruition. And it's for the Lifeguards and the Blues and Royals. Now, they are the two senior regiments in the British Army. And obviously, we're so good at fanfare. So obviously, fanfare was out, pomp and pageantry. It was all ceremonial and fun. And obviously, the Windsor Castle was in view. And at the centre of the parade were the silver kettle drums, and the actual flag was there placed upon them. And they were marched in the parade. So great to see them. I always love seeing Charles and Anne working together as well, because they do work together incredibly well. And obviously there's lots going on with Harry and Meghan. A new thing with Meghan Markle is there's been a big shake-up around staff because she has had a tumultuous few months, but also a very busy few months of work. She actually has somebody called Sarah who is working for her, who used to work for Bill Gates for nearly 6 years, and she is now the senior advisor, chief of staff, along with Leanne Cashin. Obviously, she had the Netflix show with Love Meghan, Confessions of a Female Founder, and also there's one more thing, so her business as ever as well. So lots going on. I mean, compared to Prince Harry, I mean, she's doing an enormous amount. So there we go. But good that she's got good staff, because she is set to face a new challenge, so we hear. Her half-brother, Thomas Markle Jr., is bringing out a tell-all book. So there you go. And that's going to be on Meghan Markle and her childhood. So he is excited to bring this out. I think he probably thinks there's going to be Hollywood lights and I don't know, films. It could be adapted into a film, who knows. But there's that. But there's also an unfortunate situation where there's also a courtroom scenario with Samantha Markle, her half-sister as well. So I don't know what's happening there. So there's lots of bombshell things about to drop. And I'm going to end on a lovely one, and that's to do with the late Queen Elizabeth II. And so we spoke about a while ago, you know, what could we have as a memory for the late Queen Elizabeth II, because she was so special. And we've been talking about it for years. I know people were talking about doing a sculpture on the 4th plinth, I think it is, in Trafalgar Square, which would have been awful. But now there's been five proposed designs put forward, and it's going to be revealed by the government. There's going to be an input as well from just the general public, which is great. So it's whether it should be something which is really bold and quite creative, or whether it should be chic and, I don't know, artistic, but not so loud. So that's an interesting one. It's going to be in St James's Park, St James's Park. Yes, that's right, in central London. And the concepts are wonderful. I mean, there are something like 3 that actually have horses. So it's Late Queen Elizabeth on horseback, and they're absolutely stunning, I have to say. So we're waiting to hear a little bit more about it. And there's even one where they're thinking of incorporating the late Queen's voice into it. So some of her sayings. And I was just thinking, what would, I can't think. I think the only thing I can think is recollections may vary. I'm not sure that one would go. What do you think, Ian? Any thoughts?
I don't know. I think it's a bit spooky, actually.
I have a feeling that may not happen.
No,
I've got a feeling it won't be. There's things like they're incorporating an oak tree, and that's for like strength and resilience. And there's bridges and various things. But I feel that probably a beautiful, creative, artistic, but refined horse, because obviously she's known for horses, and her slightly younger on the horse will be absolutely beautiful. But we're going to hear about the winning entry this year, no exact date at the moment. But do you know what? The budget's going to be between 23 and 46 million pounds. Now, I'm not too sure how well that's going to go down, and that's a big, big difference in the price. I suppose it depends on which one gets picked. But it's going to be such a huge London landmark, and let's not forget all the people that are going to visit the landmark too. So I'm excited. I'm really excited, and it's obviously going to be positioned near her parents. So that's George VI, and obviously the late Queen Mum, Elizabeth, Queen Mum, and the Queen Victoria statue that's also there. So that's something exciting to look forward to, I believe. And I am going to end there. Now, in fact, I'm going to say one other little thing, because it's just before I came into the studio. I saw a lovely little clip on Princess Catherine, who's been hailed as a style icon. And I was pleased to hear that, just because there was a little tete-a-tete with her not wanting to release the outfits that she wears to each event, having a change of heart on things. But she turned up in London and presented a Style Icon Award. It's the Queen Elizabeth II Award for British Design, and that was at the British Fashion Council. And she looked absolutely stunning in this sort of lime green trouser suit that I've just found out is Victoria Beckham. So that's the fashion designer. And all I can say is it was a gentleman that won the award for sustainable fashion, but I don't know his name. So we'll have to wait till next time. So that's where I'll end. I hope you've enjoyed the news, the royal news.
Excellent. Okay, so we'll just take a short break, and then we'll bring this wonderful Asian Hollywood film star, is the correct term for her, Roshana Jane. Stay tuned.
Please give a big round of applause for Princess Bling.
Hello and welcome back. Well, you've just watched a very, very exciting clip of the new movie Bling Power.
Amazing, Roshana. Jane, amazing. I saw some amazing outfits, especially an all-in-one gold suit that I quite fancy.
Oh yeah, thank you so much. That was designed by a French designer,
Amazing.
specifically for the movie.
So tell us a little bit about the movie first of all.
Yeah, sure. So Bling Power is a French royal movie. It goes into the history of French royal when there was like a war in France. Bling is, so my role is Princess Bling, and I am the great-granddaughter of Queen Marie, and basically Queen Marie has special powers. She used to have powers of the sun and the moon and the entire universe, so she could become whoever she wanted to be with her powers, and she was living in a kingdom of abundance where everyone was happy and they were growing flowers and creating perfumes and exporting all over the world. So that's kind of like a brief story, but what happens is the enemy was attacking the kingdom of abundance, and then Queen Marie and Queen Doreen had to escape and run away, and they moved to another place called Versailles, which is not far from Paris, and they created their new kingdom there. And then me as the princess, on my birthday, I received the Queen Doreen necklace, which contains the powers. So what happens is when I accidentally come across the enemy's daughter, so the enemy attacks the kingdom, and that's why they have to go to Versailles. And the enemy's daughter accidentally meets me at a restaurant, and then I invite her to my house for my birthday, and then she realized that I'm actually the enemy's daughter. So she tried to steal my necklace, and we have this action scenes and fights, and then I signed a movie contract for £10 million. So I moved from France to the UK to do my acting role, and then I meet the son of the enemy, who is called Abric in the movie. So now, again, we have this situation where the enemy is kind of coming and trying to attack me, but Abric and I eventually fall in love. So it's kind of a happy ending.
So yeah. So it's like it's sci-fi, isn't it? Science fiction.
Yeah, it's sci-fi fantasy.
And you're a woman of many talents, and obviously you've got a great, you're great at thinking up stories.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. I created the movie, I wrote the script, I directed it and produced it.
So, have you achieved everything in your life?
I have a big list.
Good.
I have achieved a lot, I would say, but there is a lot of things that I still want to achieve. So,
what type of things?
So I would like to travel to Australia, New Zealand, travel the world pretty much, and sign many more movies. That's also on my goal, and be as high as Tom Cruise.
Love it.
Well, you're meeting him tomorrow, apparently.
I'm meeting him tomorrow, actually, for the Mission Impossible at Cannes Film Festival.
Perfect.
So, yeah, so I'm excited,
Exciting.
actually. So, yeah.
Roshana, where do your imagination is wonderful, and I'm curious with because this is your third movie, I believe. Where does it come from? Is this something, have you thought of these stories like from childhood, or how does it work? I'm interested in how your brain ticks.
Sure. My first movie is called Lady Trillion, and that movie, the idea came to me by looking at the Lady Million perfume. So I had no idea that I'm going to make this movie. It's one of my students who is an animation expert, VFX specialist. She told me that I would like to work with you and I would like to make a movie with you, a short film. So she said, can you work on a script and can we work on this together? And I said, yeah, sure. And then I was just literally like sitting, and I just saw the perfume in front of me and I came up with an idea. Okay, Lady Trillion. I can't do million because copyright problems. So I had to do Lady Trillion. And then there was another perfume called Alien. And I thought, okay, why don't I do something about the alien in the movie? So in the first movie, I just literally randomly picked up ideas, whatever came to my mind, and I created the whole movie. And so it's kind of very, very unique story. I don't think anyone would have done something like this. In Lady Trillion, I'm again like a Wonder Woman kind of, but I'm an alien. I have superpowers, and the world is hit with pandemic. And I'm helping the world, saving the world. And then there's like a love triangle. There's a jealous woman trying to attack me, and we have fight scenes. And so it's like very, very unique Lady Trillion. And then Blink Power, I got invited to stay at the palace in Paris by the owner. And I came up with this idea, okay, why don't I make a movie about the perfume? And that's when it just triggered me. And then he told me that this palace is called Doreen. The place of the palace is Doreen Palace. The perfume are called Doreen perfumes, which are very famous in Paris. And they offer perfumes to the whole world, all the royal families. So he told me a brief story about how the perfumes were created, how Queen Marie was involved and King Louis was involved, and how he supplies the perfume to the royal family of the Versailles. And from that, I got the idea, okay, let me do something French royal, because we are going to be in the French palaces, we're going to use the location. And from that, I just got this idea, and from one idea to the other, and it just all blended together. And that's how I created Blink Power.
Did you say students? Your students, or was it?
Sorry? Student.
Yeah. Did you say, are you a teacher?
Oh, yeah. My students. So basically, I own a beauty pageant called Wow Pageants. Okay. And I was training her to become one of the models. So she was like my student, and she was also studying animation. So yeah, that's how I got connected. I'm not an official teacher, but yeah, for my business, I was doing that.
And you've got so many irons in the fire, haven't you? And I was reading that you created this 6 steps book. Awake your dreams, stop procrastinating, and start achievement. Do tell.
Yeah, sure. So that was my first book. And I wanted to give back and create something, because I was always procrastinating. And I was lagging behind to achieve my goals. So I thought, okay, let me create something which can help others, but also help myself. So the answer is actually in the title itself, Awake Your Dreams. Dreams is the 6 steps, where D stands for desires. What do you desire in life? R stands for reason. Why do you have that specific goal, desire in your life? E stands for enemies. What will stop you from achieving your desires? A stands for advice. Who is going to coach you, guide you, and help you with your desires? And then M stands for methods. What methodologies, techniques you will use to achieve your desire? And S stands for setting timescales. Within what time frame would you like to achieve your desire? So if you want to go from A to B, how you're going to go there? So that's kind of the whole book about, and it gives you different examples, real life scenarios where you can implement those steps and take action and achieve your dreams.
So were you saying that at one stage there was a frustration, you weren't getting to where you were going? What was holding you back, do you think? And what suddenly, was there an epiphany moment when you thought, I'm going to do this?
Yes, absolutely. So I wanted to, I wanted to become like a coach, a business coach. And I was procrastinating, I was being lazy, I was like delaying it. So today I'm like, no, I'll do it tomorrow. I was just delaying it for months and months and months and months. And then I went to like an event where they talk about do it now, and then I just thought, yeah, I think enough is enough. Why am I being so procrastinating? And that's when I had this moment where I thought, no, I have to take action and achieve my goals. And that's when I started, taking action, and I wrote the book, and I published the book, and also I actually started taking action in my real life, and I did achieve a lot. So. Yeah, definitely. So
you don't seem like you're a procrastinator. It's interesting because you're a singer and a dancer and a songwriter, entrepreneur. You've produced and made films.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, so if I'm not living my example if I'm telling everyone don't procrastinate, if I procrastinate, then it will be not the right set. I'm not setting the right example. So I have to walk the talk first. So I'm always taking action and walking the talk.
Yeah.
And you believe in karma.
Yes, absolutely.
You believe, and you're a holistic coach and speaker as well. So how were you really in your mind thinking, I can do this any time, and that's where the karma comes in? Or was there that moment when you thought, yes, you're listening to a coach who's saying, go and do it. So did the karma take you over?
Yeah, the karma did take me over as well, because I saw lots of communities in India, in children who don't even have the capability or the financial arrangements to even study in the school. And then I'm so blessed with so many good things in my life, and I'm still procrastinating. I'm being so lazy, and I'm not taking advantage of what fortune I have. So I realized that yeah, definitely I should do that. Also, I felt that I can give back to those societies and those students. So I opened up and I started a charity where I was giving, it's called Give India, where I was donating for those underprivileged children in India and helping them out. So definitely, I strongly believe that, what you give, it comes back to you. So karma is always there. So the good you give always comes back to you. So.
And also, did I read as well that you believe that love prevails, so no matter what? Love prevails, love always wins.
Oh yes, absolutely. The movie Bling Power, it says love conquers all. Because at the end of the day, love will take over based on my experience. And even if there is hatred in the world or fights, it's not going to win. For a recent example, India and Pakistan ceasefire, which is peace, which is love winning everyone. So definitely, I think that's the way forward.
And yesterday, strange enough, I was talking, because I do a political show as well, and we were talking about the new UK-Indian trade deal.
Oh, yes.
What do you think?
I love it. Because, a lot of people in India are not as blessed as what we are here in the UK. And if they are getting the opportunity, to come here on a temporary visa and work here and, earn some income and gain some experience, then definitely it's very, very good for both the communities. Because I do know that in the UK there is shortfalls of certain types of skills and knowledge base, which we don't have it here. And I know that in India they have those kind of high tech and IT knowledge base, so we can work together, and it's definitely a win-win situation for everyone. And there is no lack. Everyone has a place in the world, and in the UK. So the people of UK shouldn't think, oh, if they're going to bring people from India, we're going to lose jobs. I don't think it's going to happen that way. I think everyone will help each other.
So do you think that people come over from India and look at it as a big opportunity for them?
Oh, absolutely, because I come from India. I came here 20 years ago. So I came here to do my master's. And then, I went back to India after 2 years. But then when I went to India, I realized that the opportunities in the UK are less competitive compared to India. So when I applied for a job in India, it was 10,000 people applying for the same job.
Goodness me.
For 2 vacancies, 10,000 people.
Oh my goodness.
And I queued for the whole day in the hot weather to get the job interview. So I was like, wow, it's very tough competition. But in the UK, I got a job very quickly. Plus my degree was in finance. So in India, they said that it's not relevant because everything I studied, all the accounting standards, I studied according to the UK. So then I came back to the UK and I appreciated UK more, and it opened so many more opportunities for me, and and I'm still here. So yeah, so definitely it's a very big opportunity, and a lot of Indians are very grateful for the opportunity.
What values do you think the Indian community brings in Britain itself? I believe that it brings so much to Britain, but how do you see it? What values do Indian people, Indian communities bring to Britain, do you feel?
I think Indian people are very, very knowledgeable and very, very fast at work, and also very ambitious. So I would say that, and very, very skillful. So they have like these, super good skills that the UK community and the UK government or the whole of the country can take advantage of and use them to their best, like with the latest AI coming in, artificial intelligence coming in. In India, they are very fast. Like the youngsters are so good with IT. So a job can be done really quickly for the people in the UK, and they can learn from each other. So yeah, definitely India has a lot of talent. So bringing the talented people here is definitely an asset to the UK.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's really interesting. So do you think that younger people in India, do they train in these, AI and computers and everything? And
Absolutely.
That's why they're more advanced?
Yeah, absolutely. So in India, there are lots of charity organizations who actually give them free free training on AI and different skills like analysis and SQL and Java and all of those, because they want, they want to help them get jobs. And India is so populated, like billions live there. So they do help them, and that's why. Plus the young generation are very, very keen to learn and are very fast in picking it up, and they're very talented. So once they learn it, they can excel in anything they want to. So I think it's also the tenacity, the ambition that they carry, because they want to go somewhere, they want to be somewhere. And plus the help they're getting, the support they're getting, it all combines together, and that's why they're so good.
So interesting. I look forward to people coming over and
working. Definitely.
Great.
So, what superpowers do you think you have right now, and what superpowers would you like to have?
Oh my God. In the movie, I have the superpowers to become whoever I want to be. 1 minute I'm turning into Wonder Woman. Another minute I'm turning into a goddess with the necklace that I have. Another minute I'm turning into this African queen. Another minute I'm a Cleopatra. It's all different. In reality, I wish that I have a superpower of cleaning everything. Like if I do like this and the whole house is clean. That would be the best ever, because then I come home and it's all clean and ready for me. So yeah, definitely.
So what do you hope, obviously with your new film, which sounds very exciting, you sound like you have the most fun life, I have to say. Where do you hope it goes?
Sure, so Blink Power, my movie is already officially selected at a film festival in LA. So next month, I'm going to LA to release it in the theaters there. And I have meetings with a few distribution companies, and fingers crossed they selected for the online platforms like OTT platforms.
Yes.
So yeah, I'm excited to distribute it all over the world.
Very good.
What do you see as your future?
my future, I want to be the next Tom Cruise. Because he's a producer, he's a director, he's an actor, and all his movies are like fast-selling movies, billions of pounds, and he's very passionate about what he does. So I want to be like him and, you know, be on his path, and maybe, hopefully, I reach somewhere.
And will you do your own stunts?
I was just going
Yes,
to say.
I do. I
Do
did.
you?
Yes, I did. Because I'm a trained boxer, and I also have trained in Tai Chi and yoga and many different Indian martial art forms. So all my movie, Lady Trillion, Blink Power, all the action scenes I've done it myself as well. But not like climbing from the mountain going down, not those kind of ones. But the fighting scenes, I've done all of them myself in the movies. So yeah, I would love to do more action and dancing, and absolutely.
How do you hope Bling Power will be perceived by the public? How do you?
I think they should love it. I think because it's got French Royal, it's got a little bit of Asian touch, because my mother Marie is shown as Asian, and the father is French. So I'm also bringing in cultures together, like Indian culture, French culture, and combining everything. So I think people should love it, because it's all about love. There is action, there are some fights, there are some emotional dramas in between, but it's all about, you know, forgetting the war and bringing everything together and being at peace.
Would younger people enjoy it as well, or is it just for a certain age
Oh
group?
yes, no, I think it should be suitable for every generation, because there's a lot of action, there's a lot of you know, special effects. So I think the kids like those kind of sci-fi, fantasy kind of thing. So I'm sure they will love that as well. And even for the older generation, because I'm bringing the history of the past, so I'm bringing in all that as well.
So you've actually got real history in there along with science fiction?
Yeah, I'm bringing in a little bit of history from the past, so and the science fiction and the fantasy and action and love and everything.
Everything. So it would inspire younger people, like to you know, to think about creativity.
Absolutely. Yeah, trying to showcase them that you know, nothing is gained by fights, because in the movie we are showing fights, war between two royal families, and then how they patch up and they become at peace together. So yeah, so it's kind of showing that love conquers everything.
Amazing. It sounds a little bit too current at the moment between
I know.
the royal family here and the sort of, I don't know what you'd call Harry and Meghan. They're not really royal family, but they're offshoots.
Yeah.
They need to have a word with you, I think. You can be the
I think they should watch the
negotiator.
movie and maybe get some hints and tips from there.
Absolutely.
Very good.
So, because we're having to wrap up now, so how can people see the movie?
So the movie is going to be available on Amazon in, I think, 3-4 months' time. And it will also be available in theatres. So it's going to be available in LA in, I think, 25th of June next month. In the UK, I will have to come back to you on the dates, but it will be available in the UK as well.
Excellent.
Aw.
Roshana Jane, you've been a wonderful guest today.
Have, and great fun, thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for inviting me. I really appreciate it.
And we've really enjoyed having you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So, that was a great show again, wasn't it?
Full of royals.
Absolutely.
Sci-fi too. Great
I
fun.
think, as always, we've had another great show today. So, as always, can I thank Helena Chard from ALB UK TV. Can I thank Dr. Jacqueline Kovac from USA Global TV and Radio, and from Nancy Duen from China, and Hani Kalaria from India as well, as coming on. And we look forward to the future, don't we?
We do. It's very exciting. Lots going on.
So again, from ALB UK TV, have a great week. Enjoy yourself. The sun is shining at the moment.
It is.
And we'll see you again next week. Take care. Bye for now.